Do you feel like we're breaking up with America? Put your hand up if you do. Oh, there's a lot of people breaking up with the US here, although I still think keep your hands up, right? Right, I reckon it's about half the room. What do you think, Kevin?
I think it's about 30%.
30%?
30 to 40.
Look at that. OK, the minority of the room, but for those keeping their hands up very high, I'd love to hear from you about why this is such an important issue. Let me see. Down here I see a hand. You had your hand up, didn't you? Yeah. We'll get a mic over to you. I'm just want to get a sense of why you think we should break up with the US, so to speak.
Oh.
It's all right, the mic will just be there.
I just happen to be from there, and...
You're trying to break up with your own country.
And I am just trying to break up with it myself, so...
Why is that?
So many reasons.
But you are not happy with the direction the US is taking?
Not particularly, no. And I just think that the government, especially the immaturity and way that our government is presenting themselves to the rest of the world is really embarrassing. So personally, I'll be breaking up with the US.
So you'll be breaking up. We're still having a conversation about it here tonight. We've got another comment over here. You had your hand up too. Yep. You, and in fact, not that all hands are equal, but yours was fired up, really. I noticed. You were, and how are you feeling about the relationship?
Well, I just want to see Australia autonomous. I've never understood why Australia as a country hasn't taken a stand in the world. We have so much here. We have, you know, a variety of cultures. We have vast mineral resources, etc. And here we are, you know, like really trying to hang on to something. And geographically, the US is so far away. We need to build our relationships with our neighbours.
That's an interesting point, and one we hear a lot, Treasurer. If you look at a lot of the surveys, I wrote about one today, there is frustration with the Trump administration and a change, I think, going on.
Yeah, well, I should just confess, I would not have voted for Donald Trump.
Stop it.
But I would also observe that if we were having this conversation 10 years ago when President Obama was in the White House, it was a very different conversation. And I think we should also just make the point that should there be a change in US government, should we see a return to an Obama-like figure or an Obama-like administration, I think Australian public opinion would change pretty fast, which is the point, which is you don't set your strategy according to the personality of a person in the White House at any one point in time.
But it's about the policies of that person, right?
Sure, and I think, therefore, our response has to be proportionate to policies we disagree with. The other point I'd simply say is I do think Australia does a great job of relations with our neighbours. I do think we are a respected voice. I do think we have a lot to speak to the world and a lot to point to the world. And I think, frankly, the PBS is a good example of how we've rejected that sort of dog-eat-dog capitalism approach to the US and we've come up with something better. I think we should take this as an opportunity to tell more people about it.